Stephen Robbins, Royal Creek Consulting.
Outstanding. Thank you for joining the program today. And first of all, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Jason. It's a beautiful morning here in the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, and we're just living the dream.
Now, last time that we spoke, you were looking at maybe expanding a little bit, maybe taking on some new business type of things. So we thought we'd check in and see if you have any new hires that have happened.
Absolutely, Jason. So we've since we've last spoke, we have hired a new salesperson in the West Texas region, and we're very excited about this new hire and what they bring to the table. And in addition to that, we're actually expanding in the southwestern Pennsylvania region. There around Pittsburgh, we're actively looking for a new manager or salesperson there as well.
So you're searching right now. You're in the midst of hiring, so to speak.
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, give yourself a plug. How can people apply and kind of give the job description of what it is you're looking for?
All right, perfect. Yeah, so we're looking for an experienced salesperson with management skills, preferably sales within the oil and gas industry within the last 2 years or for a minimum of 2 years. And you can reach me at my cell phone at 540-742-1291, or they can send their resume to me at srobbins@royalcreekconsulting.com, and we'll be glad to review those and get back to people.
And where was that again?
That'll be in the Pittsburgh area,
okay.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. Kind of fun, huh? Being able to have the social media and the radio waves and all these different things that can be done. In the old days, it used to be just a newspaper ad, and then it was online resume sites. Now, boy, I tell you, it almost seems like social media and LinkedIn and things like that are the places that people almost go to for jobs.
Absolutely.
Of course,
That's right.
You got job fairs too and everything along those lines. Man, I tell you, you got to go a lot of different avenues to try to engage with future prospective employees these days, huh? How long did it take you guys to hire down in Texas, if I may ask?
It took us about 6 weeks.
Okay.
From start to finish, it took us right around 6 weeks.
Okay. Well, and then was that too long a time, too quick? What was your thoughts on that timeline? That seems about just right to me.
Yeah, so we had a lot of qualified candidates apply for the position, but we wanted to take our time and vet each person and each candidate properly, and that's what I think ultimately took us the time. And so we probably could have hired a lot sooner, but we wanted to make sure we found the best candidate for the position.
And now, are you still going out to the Permian and traveling around, or are you going to focus a little bit more on some other shale plays? Or talk to me about how your role is going to kind of play in this company a little bit more. Because now that you're doing new hires, of course, that means that frees up time to do some of that stuff that nobody likes to do.
Absolutely. So for now, we're going to stay the course, and as we see things developing, I'll throttle back on my side and apply my time into other areas of our business and of interest. And but right now, we're going to stay the course.
How about any of the other areas that you guys have going on? I know we've talked about some rental fleets in the past, some things like that. Any expansion around there?
Yeah, so that's what we're ultimately excited about right now is we have our 10K cyclonic sand separators, and business has been very phenomenal. We've been blessed beyond measure, and that's nothing short of the grace of God there. And we're very excited about our rental fleet because we're getting ready to expand into a new product line that no one has on the market. And we've done a lot of R&D. We spent the last about 5.5 months in R&D on it, and we've done some beta testing, so to speak, and we've had a lot of good feedback from customers, our current customers who need this product, as well as potential customers. So I would like to see this product hit by the end of Q2, beginning of Q3, and if it does, it'll be a game changer.
And describe that product a little bit. You said a sand separator?
So our current product line are sand separators. So We use those on the flowback and well testing side of well servicing. But these our new products are applied more in completions.
Okay, that sounds pretty exciting. Are you guys? I imagine you got some big stuffs planned for those.
Oh yes, sir.
All right. Are you making it to any trade shows these days?
I haven't been to a trade show lately. The latest show that we were at was 2 weeks ago in Pittsburgh at the Northeast Oil and Gas Awards.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago, but it's been a while. In the oil and gas business these days, it seems like there's a trade show every day, so that was why it was kind of comical for me. Hey, weren't you guys up for an award?
Yeah, we were finalists for Consultancy of the Year, and we had some pretty stiff competition, and we were very humbled and blessed to even be considered one of the finalists of the three. So it was for our first time ever being in an award show. It was pretty amazing and very exciting.
First time in an award show, huh? And what award show was this?
It was the 2019 Northeast Oil and Gas Awards.
Okay, Northeast Oil and Gas Awards. That's got to make you guys feel pretty good as a company. First year, getting some validation like that. Now you didn't win it; you were a finalist, and so right? Did I hear you right?
That is correct.
Okay, well, either way, I mean, it's kind of like just you can't win the title the first time. I guess it's just nice to be invited to the title match. So I imagine your wife's got to be happy about that too, because I know she's involved pretty heavily in these companies.
She is. It was a great opportunity for her and I to associate and network with fellow colleagues. That typically doesn't get to happen a lot. We are always on separate ends of the country, it seems, when it comes to networking events. And so it was great to finally prove to people that I have a hot wife.
Nice. Well said. Well said. What are you hearing from some of your customers working in the industry these days? I like to get the boots on the ground kind of vibe and feel and that sort of thing. And some of the chatter that's going on. I know a lot of people that work in offices, they love to hear what some of the guys on the rigs are saying, and vice versa. The guys in the rigs, they want to hear what's going on in the offices and that sort of thing. So, I mean, you're kind of doing both. You're out there and boots on the ground, but also you're back at the office too. So just in your world, what are you hearing as far as, oil prices, 2019, like, for example, the thing I'm hearing mostly is the environmental cleanup game is turning into a Hatfield and McCoy's type internal competitiveness. It's becoming very competitive, let's put it that way. So, as everybody sharpens their pricing. I remember the frac sand industry, you remember 2 years ago, went through that, where it seemed like the oil companies were really kind of using that industry as a way to save a few bucks. So
yeah.
Anyway, I kind of just gave that as an example of a few past things that have happened. But just what are you hearing, kind of just scuttlebutt and chatter that's happening out in your world?
So it's pretty consistent across the board through all the different shale plays that we're in, and companies right now are a little more of a holding pattern than they are a growing pattern, just waiting on to see what this oil price is going to do. I know it hit above 60 the other day, then it was back below $60 a barrel. So I've seen some rigs get laid down. I've seen some rigs get picked up by different operators. So I think across the board, Q1, we're going to see a holding pattern. And I'm optimistic that Q2, Q3 is going to be better than they were last year.
I know that's what a lot of the experts predicted last year as well. The first quarters you're not going to see as much, but then second and third you're going to see it kind of take off a little bit. So it's fun to see because it's happening like they said, and they're not always right, of course, but it's kind of fun to see when they do get a few right. So.
Yep.
Interesting. I'm kind of seeing the same thing. There's a lot of optimism, a lot of this and a lot of that, but it's you're seeing increases happen in drilling, so you're not seeing decreases, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That the optimism is there for a reason. It's not just kind of hope. It's more
Right.
it's more reality. So, but it's not it's not the boom days of the old, the whatever. It's just there's business out there, and you just got to go and make a better steak sandwich at the end of the day.
That is correct.
So what do you guys got going next now? You got expansion, you got hires, and just kind of we'll kind of wrap up and summarize a little bit. So what's next for you guys? And talk to me a little bit about what you want to leave with today, people knowing.
Well, to summarize, we have grown in West Texas. We've grown a lot in southwestern Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio, and next on the agenda is to actually tackle South Texas there in the Eagleford, and that'll be a Q2. Probably end of Q2 is what we're looking at agenda. And so once we firm up West Texas with our new hires, and then same with Pennsylvania, that's where our next show play that we're headed after is the Eagleford there in South Texas. And we've got quite a few customers identified that we're currently working with in other show plays that have asked us to come. And so anytime you get invited into a new show play is a lot better than just blindly going. So we're looking forward to that as well.
And before we go, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about your moonlighting days, your other company that you and your wife also do kind of on the side. So I like to give you guys a plug for that as long as I got you on the phone. How's the second income and the jobs and that sort of the moonlighting going? You guys still doing that other side thing?
Yeah. So that is our rental company, and so it's growing. We've got a lot of great customers that we're working with, and we're very blessed to have them. And we're expanding our product line there, and it's going to be great when our new products hit the market here. Hopefully by the end of Q2, but it may be Q3 as well. And I think a lot of customers are going to be happy. They're going to see that they're going to have a cost reduction on their completions and be very satisfied.
All right. Stephen Robbins, Royal Creek Consulting, is our guest. He's kind of our boots on the ground out there. He's talking to quite a few people that are not only working the day-to-day jobs that are out in the rigs and the wells, but also up in the offices. So go ahead and give yourself kind of some information, contact information, in case anybody wants to get in touch with you and that sort of thing, that if they want to utilize your services or just find out what the heck is going on in Shale Play USA. So go ahead and give out your information.
Absolutely. So we can be reached on LinkedIn. We have a company profile there, Royal Creek Consulting, or you can reach myself, Stephen Robbins or April Robbins on LinkedIn. We also have a Facebook presence as well, but if you prefer a more direct form of contact, you may call me on my cell phone at 540-742-1291. And our email, we can be reached at srobbins@royalcreekconsulting.com.